Noodling machines. Many locals make a living from searching for pieces of precious opal through heaps of discarded mullocks. Noodling machines are also used in a darkened enclosure in which mullock is passed through a conveyor under ultraviolet light. During visits to the opal fields, many people enjoy taking part in this activity, and some do it for a living. How the Outback Opal hunters use OpalZilla.
We need OpalZilla to find our way for us. I wouldn't be taking on Cooper like we are without it.
OpalZilla is the noodling machine of the Outback Opal hunters. The introduction of the new team, the Blacklighters, Paul Kuhn, Mark Jansen, and John Nassar, see the series return to the opal mecca Coober Pedy, SA. The team must find opal to survive with a huge extended family to support, using their giant, custom-made OpalZilla noodling machine and blacklight technology to scour the old fields for the fluorescent opal of Coober Pedy, but will spell mechanical failure. The Bushmen open this season with dramatic scenes, as their rental is flooded with torrential rain that poses a threat to Rod's home and his safety. Rod continues to fuel the opal dream alone until his return, after a horrific accident left Les with burns across his body last season. Could it change their luck with a new partnership on the promising Plowboy claim? The young guns hope it'll be worth the risk of digging out a dangerous mine, and they might be right with new mining gear in tow. In the meantime, Pete and Sam deliberate and discuss a choice that could cost them thousands of dollars, and Boulder Boys and the Cheels may find rich levels of opal that could make dreams come true. Outback Opal hunters ride the gamut of human emotions, from unimaginable highs to bust-ups, heartbreak, and defeat as life-changing discoveries are made. But these crews are all too well aware that there is no escape once opal fever sets in, and will push their bodies, bank accounts, and willpower to the limit. With 90% of the world's opal found in the Australian outback and worth up to 500 times more than gold, $1 million can be collected from a single piece. Our crews will face back-breaking work, searing heat, and lonely isolation, clinging tightly to the dream that they could just be one pick strike away from becoming millionaires. Only those miners will prevail, with a rare combination of grit, ingenuity, and good luck. Outback Opal Hunters, with help from the state government of Western Australia, Screen West, and Lottery West, is produced by Prospero Productions for Discovery. To date, in more than 100 countries and territories, including the US and the UK, the series has entertained audiences. Opal mining. Opal is one of the few minerals which a miner working alone can economically extract. By shaft sinking with a pick and shovel, the simplest form of mining carried out in the early days of opal mining is by shaft sinking with a pick and shovel. Until some promising opal dirt is found, a shaft is sunk straight down. The miner would then branch out laterally, following the opal level, with picks and explosives. Driving along the level is carried out. To delicately extract any opal found, due to the frailty of the stone, a handpick or screwdriver is used. Most mining was a two-man operation to wind the windlass and carry the dirt out, one man in the hole and another up top. Most shafts are now sunk by Calweld type drills that are used using an auger bucket to sink vertical holes about 1 meter in diameter. Waste material, or mullock, was originally lifted by hand, windlass, in buckets from the shafts and drives, but power winches or automatic bucket tippers are now used. Of course, there's no certainty of finding what is sought by sinking a hole in the recognized opal country. At Lightning Ridge alone, more than 60 separate fields were worked on, and each of them waxed and waned according to what was discovered. Following seam opal on a field like the Grawen implies first finding a seam of the glassy grey potch, in the hope that the potch will suddenly take on the qualities of gem opal at some point. In accordance with the pressures exerted on the earth long ago, these underground ribbons bend, turn, dip to impossible depths, or simply disappear. Tantalizing hints of prehistoric times are sometimes uncovered from the days of the dinosaurs in the form of opalized seashells or opalized fossils. Since the 1970s, there have been a quick increase in the use of mining machines. To streamline opal mining and dramatically increase productivity, tunneling machines with revolving cutting heads and tiny underground front-end loaders, boggers, have been introduced. The advantages of technology were soon seen by miners, drilling test shafts to measure their chances before starting serious digging, using jackhammers instead of pickaxes, blasting with dynamite, or bringing in bulldozers. To remove overburden and expose the level where it's shallow, bulldozers are employed. Spotters watch for traces of opal behind them, and any seam found is then worked over by handpick. All these labour savers, of course, sometimes end up in bitter tears when the opal is only spotted after it's been shattered. They also increase equipment and operating costs. The majority of mines operated in recent years in Queensland are large open-cut operations. Overburden has been stripped of ironstone boulder concretion zones. For processing, boulders are carefully removed from the ground. Heavy machinery is being used to open up most areas of old operations. Underground techniques are still applied with success at Yowa. Shafts are sunk until they're intersected with a prospective layer. Then the layer is explored by driving tunnels. At least 2 shafts are usually sunk and connected by drives to enable air circulation. Miners use light electrical machinery driven by portable generators in areas of underground mining. If the boulders show any evidence of opalization, they're first removed from the mined soil and collected for subsequent inspection of the opal content and sorted as rough or for further processing in readiness for sale. Some of the ironstone is left attached as a natural backing for boulder opal, producing natural doublets. Other stones are cut from the opal containing ironstone matrix. The Australian opal export market has been in decline in recent years, but as production increases from existing and new deposits, this trend is likely to turn around. The majority of Australia's opals are exported to Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, the USA, and Europe. Since most old diggings have now been largely worked out or reworked by open cut techniques, exploration has begun over a known opal-bearing nation to find new prospects. In the search for new deposits, well-resourced exploration companies have become involved and are applying more systematic and extensive exploration techniques on a regional scale. There have been positive results reported that should lead to further exploration and new mines. In addition to the traditional opal fields, opal exploration has been undertaken in the Hebble-Dirranbandi area near the border of Queensland, New South Wales, where the Cretaceous Grimman Creek Formation, which hosts the Lightning Ridge opal field, is 70 kilometres north. At Lightning Ridge, both shaft and open-cut mining takes place, although shaft mining is more common due to the formation of opals on this famous field. In rounded formations known as knobbies, the ridge opal is enclosed, but not all knobbies contain opals. At Andamuka, the object of the miner's search is seam opal. An array of concrete mixer trucks is a common sight near whatever water is available, used to agitate, wash and sluice the opal-bearing material like gigantic washing machines. Blowers suck the opal dirt into topside trucks at some locations, which transport the dirt for sluicing to the agitator. What do you think about OpalZilla? Did you know about how it's used? Let us know in the comments section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.